friends, it's Living Young Country Girl, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys another review on some curriculum that we got from The Good and the Beautiful. So this is the Science and Space, the Wonders of the Universe, and this is a unit study through The Good and the Beautiful, and it covers grades K through 6, as well as it has extensions for the upper grades too. So it's wonderful because I can use this unit to do science for all my kids in one time. So I only have 2 kids, but we have a first grader slash second grader, and then a fifth grade slash fifth grade. I'm totally confused right now because she does like different subjects and stuff. So different grade levels and stuff. So we have slowly been switching over to all of The Good and the Beautiful curriculum. We kind of did it mid-year in this 2017-18 school year. And next year I plan on doing all that I can. Math is going to be the only spot we will be using something else because their curriculum is not ready yet in math. And I really enjoy the math curriculum that we have been using. So like I said, I'm going to stick with that, but I will be, we do use language arts, handwriting, and science right now, and I'm going to be adding history for next year. We're going to finish out the history one we have now probably, and then do more science units because I'm loving them. So I wanted to show you guys how we set up our science unit to do it and how it's been working for us. So I did the 3-ring binder. I know everybody has different opinions because these do come loose. They do not come actually bound like their other curriculum. I personally like it this way because I just put it in sheet protectors and it has worked out really good. So you have your different units. This one consists of 16 lessons. So depending how often you do your science, it kind of depends on how, long this is going to last you. We do science once a week. Some of the lessons, like lesson 3 was pretty long, so we broke it up into a couple, but generally we just do 1 lesson a week for science, and then we do 1 lesson a week for history. So we only do a 4-day-a-week school. And so for us, that's what works because we also have 1 day where we do extra learning with our language arts as far as poetry and stuff. And then we have 1 day that we don't have any extra stuff because it's a quick day where we have a short school day because we have other stuff we have to get done. So that's kind of how we have our week set up. So depending on how your schedule is set up, depends on how this will work for you, how long it will last. But it goes into, like I said, 16 different lessons. And I love this because it has like this wonderful list here at the beginning that tells you all the supplies you're going to need. And honestly, the supplies that you need are things you're probably going to have in your home anyway. Sorry, it's not focusing. So it makes it a lot easier, to do that way. Okay, sorry, was not focusing very well. Some of the lessons you don't need anything. Other ones you do need simple things, a piece of chalk, stuff like that, a styrofoam cup, piece of paper, nothing like that you should have to go run out and get. So I really like that about it. Now, I know some people have made the actual science box and collected all of the things they'll need for, the whole unit before they even start, which is a great way to do it. However, generally, I will just pick it out when I need it from my lesson because there's things I, need. I'll look the week ahead and see if there's something I do need to pick up or buy. Like one of them, it said, red velvet cake. Well, we don't have red velvet cake in our home. My daughter's actually allergic to red dye, so we're just going to use regular cake. And I get what they're doing with the red velvet because it's simulating Mars and stuff, but I wanted to, just do that. So, and then it says baby oil. We actually don't have baby oil in our home because it's so toxic. I have like really expensive, nice baby oil, but I don't have just like the basic baby oil. So, I will have to pick that up. I'll just grab some at the dollar store next time I'm there. So, normally though, you would have this stuff, milk, red and yellow food coloring, and dish soap, things that you would have in your home anyway. So I do love that it includes crafts or different activities, but they're not super labor intensive as far as prep. So, and then you go in and you actually have a couple different things. You have your notebooks, your actual notebooks that are in there that you put together. And then you have your your vocabulary word wall. And then you have your lessons. So I'm going to show you guys those after I kind of go through this and show you how we have them set up in our actual classroom. But for now, I'm just going to show you this. So here's like our first lesson. It goes through, I read it, we go over it, tells me what to do. It tells me to put my vocabulary, when to put your vocabulary words up. And then it has just like a little game activity. For myself, like I said, I like keeping it in here because you do cut up quite a few things. It makes it super simple just to put them in here, and then I can pull it out of the page and I can go ahead and use it. You also have pictures, so if I want to hand around the pictures for the kids to look at, I will do that. Obviously, like, we're going to do this unit a couple times. Like, we're going to go through all of the units and then we'll repeat them. And especially because there's more activities for the older kids. So when we go through the second time, like my son right now, he isn't a big writer. So when they write down the vocabulary words on from the word wall, when we put them up on there, she writes down the whole thing. He writes just the word. But next time we go through it, he'll probably be at an age where he can write down the whole vocabulary word. So, you know, it just kind of, it will change it up. And I think there's a lot more that you understand. So far, they're loving it. They're asking a lot of questions. They're engaged. And so that's always good. And then you just keep going through. Now, what I have done is, because it's super simple to do, when we have a spot that requires a new vocabulary word, like this unit we haven't hit yet. So my vocabulary words, it tells me what I need to have. I simply stuck them because these are, you know, 2 pages. And I stuck my vocabulary words that I'm going to need to put on the wall just in here. So I chose to laminate mine just because I said, like, we're going to reuse this curriculum. So I chose to laminate them, but I just stuck them between there. So that way, when I get to this lesson, I have the vocabulary words. I don't have to dig through them. I was keeping them in a separate spot, and then I would have to like dig through them when we start our lesson. I'd be like, oh, I need a vocabulary word for today. So now I have them right here. So when I hit that spot in my lesson, I know I have those words and I can just go from there. So I absolutely love that. They each do have a notebook that we picked up at Walmart last year, and it's perfect because it has stars on it. And so they will do any writing. This is where they write their like words or their definitions and stuff from the word wall or the vocabulary wall. And they each have that. So, and then there's a couple of other activities where sometimes they have to draw a picture of the solar system and stuff like that. So that's how we organize and keep our science curriculum ready and, you know, for the good and the beautiful. I'm going to flip the camera and show you our books, how we store and organize those, as well as our vocabulary wall. Okay, so this is our vocabulary wall. I picked up the poster board or whatever, the tack board. I think it was at Hobby Lobby. If it wasn't Hobby Lobby, it was like Marshall's or Ross, one of those. And we just tack them up there as we need them, and then they can write them down. I picked up this little solar thing from, I don't even remember where, but it's kind of like a little 3D one. So, and it tells the names and stuff. So we have that there as well. That did not come with the curriculum, but it's a nice little thing to have there since we're doing that. And then come down here and show you. We have this little spot right here that has extra science stuff. So we have our books that we had to print, or they were already printed, but we just had to cut them and put them together. So like we just did the Book of the Sun. I keep them here because I want my kids to be able to come and read them if they want to. So I didn't put them anywhere else. I wanted to have them out. We also have like this little thing that you look through and it tells you about the planets. We have our solar glasses so we can look at the sun. I had some of these flashcards I picked up. I don't even remember. I think it was Target years ago. And I always put everything on like a binder after I do it. So it talks about the different planets and things. So if they want to learn more, they can. They have access to all of their science that we're doing right now in this little basket. We also have a couple books about the solar system and about the sun and the moon and the space and stuff. So we just kind of have like a little science spot. We also have some fun facts cards. Those need to go in there. And then I did have, like I said, the vocabulary cards and stuff all in here. But I ended up taking them out because I just liked them in there and having them, you know, easy and ready to go. So this is kind of what we do for our science. Like I said, this way I feel like they can easily access it and they can, you know, learn more, go into it more, play with it, and kind of have their thing. I'll probably take that little bin out since I'm not using it anymore for, you know, any of the science stuff. But this is kind of what we've done to organize it. So that's our science. So that is our science curriculum that we are doing with the good and the beautiful. This is my oldest daughter, so she's 10, and she has blue hair. I used to be a hairstylist, so for me it's a lot of fun. And this is our little guy right here. So what do you guys think of the good and the beautiful science and so far? What you like? I like it. You guys like it? Have you guys learned a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
If we're in a rush, I don't want to go if I'm excited, but otherwise I do it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I feel like they've learned a lot. They've asked a lot of questions. It's been very engaging, and that's always important.
I like about how the Earth is like
Like that? Is it rotating around the sun?
Yeah, it's rotating around the sun.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like how it went like this and like this.
Yeah. So we have our days and our seasons, our 24 hours a day, and then our seasons. Yeah. So these are all things, and this is a lot of stuff that I'm learning. I know I learned it at one point, you know, when I was younger, but it's nice to, you know, go over it and kind of be at a spot where I understand it a little better. And that's what I like is like, even though we're doing it right now, sorry, honey, we'll probably do it again. I don't know if we'll do it next year, but maybe in a couple years we'll do it again. Bless you. So you'll get more out of it each time you do it. I feel like that you absorb a little more and you remember a little more. So we're super excited. Yeah, I showed him the vocabulary walls and the boards.
No, that one.
Yes, I did.
That one?
I didn't show him that one. But, all right, guys. So that is our review of The Good and the Beautiful Sceince with the space science. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you helped you out.
We haven't learned about space unicorns yet.
No space unicorns? I don't know if it's going to be in this one. I don't know. We'll see. But there you guys go. Hope it helped you out. Have a beautiful, blessed day. We'll see you guys all again real soon. Bye.
Jesus, wake me from my sleep. Father, come, breathe breath in me. I'm in the shadow of your wings, overcome by everything.